Welcome to Barnstable Today. I'm Nick Cortez. Just a reminder that full-length meetings, special events, and all the programs we air here on Channel 18 are available to view online. You can find it all in the town's video archives at town.barnstable.ma.us. Shortly after the workday began this morning, Main Street Hyannis between Pleasant Street and Yarmouth Road was shut down for about an hour as crews from Hyannis and Yarmouth fire departments responded to a fire in one of the second-floor apartments at 213 Main Street. Channel 18 was on the scene today, and we collected some first-hand accounts of what happened. We're out here on Main Street in Hyannis, a fire today, to be sure. Lots of fire trucks behind us, as you've seen, and we're here now with Susan McEachran, who's part owner of Hair Reflections 2, which is directly under where the fire happened. Susan, tell us what you saw or heard or smelled when this first happened.
Well, I didn't smell anything. I heard someone yelling upstairs, and then I saw Bonnie running around, so I came out, and you could see smoke coming out of the windows. So at that point, I saw a cop pulling into the parking lot at the bank, and I went over and flagged him down. So then we tried to get into the building, and the alarm was going off. The cop couldn't get in because we didn't have a key, but somebody was coming to the door from the inside, so he was able to go in. I mean, it was really loud. I don't know how come these people that live up there didn't hear the alarms going off.
Wow.
Finally, everyone started piling out, and I guess what happened is they had dumped ashes from a cigarette into a trash and didn't take it out and left the building, so...
Okay, we're here now with Bonnie Lombard, the owner of the nail shop here on Main Street, and also with a familiar face in the town of Barnstable. Gloria Rudman is here, too. What was happening when this whole thing came about?
Well, I was getting a pedicure, and Bonnie is one of my favorite pedicurists, and she smelled smoke, and she had all her antenna on, I think, because she just ran out immediately, started looking for the key to open the door to the building, and called 911, and then the police and fire came, and that was around 9:15 or so, 9:20.
And Bonnie, what did you see? What did you do?
I came out and there were two men yelling up at the building, telling people, "Hey, someone!" And there was just smoke pouring out of the windows. And within like 10 minutes, the cops, the fire trucks, everybody was here.
Were you guys in danger at any point, or is your business okay? Is everything all right?
Yes, okay. Thank God. I think I'm pretty sure that we're okay. So, and because it was on this side of the building, but the cops and the policemen, they were great. They were here, so I'm pretty sure everything's going to be fine.
Later, we got the official word on the fire from Hyannis Deputy Fire Chief Dean Melanson. We're here now with Deputy Fire Chief Dean Melanson. Dean, can you just tell us what happened?
We had a one-room fire in apartment 2B here at 213 Main Street. It filled the second and third floors with smoke. Some 20-odd tenants were evacuated from the building. We were able to contain the fire in that one unit. It didn't extend, and we're just picking up now.
Any injuries to speak of?
No injuries.
That's certainly good to hear. Now, we had heard from one of the folks who owns one of the shops down below here that improper cigarette disposal might have been the cause of the fire. Can you confirm that at this point?
We're still working on that.
Okay.
But it does appear to be accidental in nature.
Okay. And in terms of the damage that you saw up there, what can you tell us about that?
Well, one of the apartments is going to have to be redone, so probably about $20,000 worth of damage to the apartment.
Okay, very good. And about how long did you guys have to close down Main Street for?
About an hour.
We turn our attention now to the Town Hall hearing room, where the Planning Board met for a public hearing on Monday night regarding a special permit request to renovate a familiar property on the corner of Spring Street and Route 28 in Hyannis. The property is owned by developer Stu Bornstein, who's been before the Planning Board twice before with proposals for this parcel, including a Hilton Hotel, which the Town Council was considering before Bornstein nixed the project last year. On Monday night, Dan Ojala of Down Cape Engineering explained to the board what Bornstein would like to do with the property this time around.
You may recall the board requested some information on traffic demand on the site and also on parking demand on the site. And I consulted extensively with Mr. Bornstein. We reviewed the numbers. He had submitted kind of a narrative before form, and the board had requested we break it down a little more clearly. And so we distilled it to two distinct alternatives and looked at the parking and the traffic generation for each of those alternatives. Alternative number one is the thrift store, which is kind of my favorite use for the site. It's a nice low-traffic generator. It needs a lot of space. That would be approximately 30,000 foot. The church would take the balance of 55,771, so that's the 35,771, the full footprint. Again, it's all one story and no mezzanine space. Alternate number 2, Mr. Bornstein is also speaking with a specialty grocer, and again, as he reiterated, it's kind of a unique store in that they don't stock a lot of items and more of a niche audience or customers, and so that the trip generation that's normally associated with a larger grocery store just doesn't exist. To wrap up, we feel it's a nice improvement for the site. You're looking at a substantial increase in green area, decreased building. We've got the rain gardens, brand new drainage system, nice low-level lighting, landscape improvements, clean up the site, get the drainage all working, and the LID low-impact stormwater online, improved screening, cleaned up sprinkler system, safety, curb cuts, and we feel it's a good project for the town and the applicant.
In the discussion that followed, most of the planning board members expressed concern over still unresolved aspects of the proposal, such as its potential impact on traffic and to the surrounding neighborhoods. During public comment, John Doherty, a resident of one such abutting neighborhood, echoed those concerns.
As you can see, this plan is just another plan that doesn't conform to the GIZ. I'm thinking conforms to the GIZ in any manner. To say that it does at all is just not speaking the truth, I don't think. Let's see, and again, I know we got a lot of work to do on this project, so I'll just be quick, but my concerns with the project right now, even though we really don't even know what it's going to be, are the levels of disturbance that it'll create to my neighborhood. The church that he's speaking of is right next to where I work now, so I'm very familiar with how they operate. They meet many times during the week. They're all about live music and almost partying and everything, and then God bless them. I'm not judging them for that. That's a great thing, but it's a noisy neighbor. It is a very noisy neighbor. So to put that up against a residential neighborhood, that's something you got to consider. And then the superette, the supermarket, Mr. Bornstein's mentioned they have a lot of refrigeration. Well, a lot of refrigeration means a lot of condensing units. Where are all those going to be placed? Again, with an incomplete plan, it doesn't show placement of all that. And again, that's an increased level of disturbance to the neighborhood. All those outdoor units, condensing units, go behind Cumberland Farms or anywhere and listen to those units run. Again, I was in that field, and some of them can be very loud, and that's going to be 24/7 noise. The lighting in the parking lot, that again is a level of disturbance to the neighborhood. That's an increase and a non-conforming increase to the GIZ. And again, the difficulty Mr. Bornstein's having, I think, is because everything he's brought forward is very much non-conforming to the intent of the GIZ, which was to give incentive for future growth in a way that helps downtown Main Street, and in a way that isn't a detriment at all to the neighborhoods. And again, this is another project that would be another huge detriment to my neighborhood, the way it is with the church, and then with the superette, and with whatever it is. We don't even know what it is. We don't have plans that are done yet. Site plan's not done with it. Again, there's much work to be done. I don't think it's going to be decided tonight. I won't take any more of your time. I appreciate it.
Ultimately, the planning board chose to continue the hearing on the special permit request to its next meeting, which is scheduled for August 9th. Now let's take a look at this week's remaining meetings. For tonight, Wednesday, July 28th, there's an amnesty hearing in the Town Hall hearing room at 6 p.m. At 7 p.m., the Old Kings Highway Historic District Commission meets in the West Barnstable Community Building on Route 149. Well, that's all for now. I'm Nick Cortez, and we'll see you next time on Barnstable Today.